Hey, I have a question for you. Do you have a pet? Do you have to go to work and leave your dog at home and he has to go out? Hey, you're gonna really dig this door. It's really cool. Hey, I'm Jeff Ludy, the owner of Houston Window Experts, the window and door expert. Today I want to talk to you about the Anlin Malibu sliding door. And it actually has an in-glass doggy door. Let me get some help. Brandon, come over here. Let's show these people how this works. This is pretty cool. So instead of having an ugly doggy door somehow taking up all this space like the ones you see at Lowe's and Home Depot, this company's actually built the doggy door into the glass, which is pretty cool. Come here, come on, Pooches. Come on, boy, come on, come on. Good boy, what a good boy. Yes, good boy. What? Oh, Pooches has a little tummy issue. He has to go outside sometimes and I'm at work, and the last thing I want to do is say no to my friends who want to go have a cocktail after work because I gotta go home and let the dog out. Has that ever happened to you? Hey, not anymore. Anlin has been around since the 80s, and they're like the highest and best rated reviewed vinyl window company I've ever seen. They're based out of Clovis, California. They make windows, they make doors, they make sliding doors and hinge doors. Excellent products, excellent quality. Today, I want to go over some of the features and benefits of this door. One of the first things you should notice, other than this beautiful doggy door, right, which is, by the way, optional, you don't need to have it if you don't want it, is just how contemporary and streamlined and neat and clean the look and the finish on this is. Nice, narrow profiles, lots of glass, which is what I like about sliding doors, and it comes in these solar reflective colors. So you don't just have one option, you actually have 12 options to pick from. I mean, look at all the different colors you can choose so you can get something that actually works well with your house, with your designer, with what you're trying to accomplish. And what I like about this is that actually the darker colors on this reflect better than the lighter colors. And so if you're concerned about a dark colored product absorbing too much heat, that's not going to be a concern for you with this Anlin sliding door. One of the other things I like about it too is just how beautifully and how easily it operates. I mean, this thing is just so nice to operate. And that's important, right? I don't know what your door is like now, but nice, smooth, easy. Now this is what you normally see on a competitor door. Just a little two-roller sort of reel system that goes along the track, and you know that track gets full of junk and gunk, and eventually this doesn't work at all. Well, this is what Anlin likes to use. They call this the Quadra Glide Precision Sealed Bearing Rollers. They have a stainless steel option in case you live near the coast or someplace. But look at this, it's almost like, remember rollerblades? It's almost like having a rollerblade. And there's actually like two of these. There's one down at one end and one down at the other end. So you actually have a nice set of rollers in both positions gliding along the track. So speaking of the track, this is what they call their monorail system. As you can see here, it's a dimpled product made out of metal that sits on the surface. And then these rollers roll across there. And if you notice too, it's hard to see, but we actually have some rollers that are rolled and cupped that fit the actual monorail so that the weight is spread evenly across the entire surface, which gives you a better rolling system. Now, one thing you can do as well is you can actually take out this track right here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but this actually snaps out. So if you ever got debris or dirt or dust or mud in there, there is a serviceable option to be able to get into there and clean that out. I think that's really cool. Now, one of the other things I want to point out to you is glass options, because in Houston or anywhere pretty much, we've seen crime kind of go up, right? So this is tempered glass, it's really strong glass, but we actually have an option for what they call their laminated security glass. It's the Anlin First Guard. Anlin First Guard is essentially two panes of glass with this PVB, this is polyvinyl butyl layer in the middle here. This actually serves kind of like an extra buffer, an extra liner. It's what you'd put in a window if you needed a hurricane impact rated window. And that actually goes on the inside layer. So on the outside board of glass, because this is double pane, right? You have two panes of glass, is going to be tempered glass. And on the inside, you have this First Guard glass. So it makes it even more secure, and it makes it safer, and it makes it stronger. You say, Jeff, why is it important? Well, because it's pretty easy sometimes on a door like this to just smash out the glass and reach in and unlock the door. If you put this glass package on here, which is an upgrade and it costs more money, then it really, really slows someone down. In fact, I've got a little clip I'll run for you now showing you just how difficult it is to penetrate into laminated glass. Pretty tough, isn't it? Really, really good stuff. Also, one of the things you should consider with a doggy door like this is that while some other companies do the doggy door right here, Anlin can actually do it on either side. It's a really narrow profile, so actually the door can slide and not hit it. So if you wanted it on any of these four corners, okay, anywhere you want it along the bottom here, they can put that doggy door. You say, Jeff, well, why is that important? Because for security in many cases. Since they make 4 sizes of this door, they actually make one that comes all the way up to 24 inches tall. They're extra large. Imagine you were a burglar, right? And what you could do is you'd get down on the ground here because you wanted into the house, and you could kind of lay on the ground, and if there was a really big one, you could reach up in there and you could try to unlock the door. See, I'm actually not too far and I'm on a small one. Well, if you put it over in that corner, it really doesn't make sense. Now, hopefully your dog is Cujo, and when it sees somebody trying to reach through, your dog's going to take care of the business anyway. But it's kind of nice to know that they actually have that option to put it on the other side. Speaking of safety, we'll get you a close-up of this, but I'm going to close this door and demonstrate that at the top here, you actually have an additional bolt lock. I can push that up, I can engage that, and it gives me a secondary place to lock, gives me some extra safety up here high. I really like that. Also, come over here and check this out. This has what's called a multi-point lock. A lot of doors only have one hook that comes up to latch, but if you notice here, this one actually has two latches. One goes downward and one goes upward. So you've kind of got this effect happening right here. And it engages right here into this strike plate, if you notice here. Engages, one goes down, one goes up. And why is that important, Jeff? Well, because someone can't just come over here like in the old school days, right? If you ever watch like the movies where they break into a house, they can't just lift this up and get it off the hook and slide it over. It's not possible to do. Another thing that they've done to make sure that this door actually exceeds the forced entry standards required by law, and exceeds them by quite a bit, is inside of this rail here, this part, okay? And also over on this part here, you can see that they actually have steel reinforcement going all the way through. So now your screws that hold this in place have something really good and strong to anchor to. And that goes all the way through here. It goes all the way through here. And what does that do? That gives you more security, but also gives you a nicer, rigid, stronger connection between your house and your window, which I think is really smart to know. Now, as far as aesthetics are concerned, I mentioned to you about all the different colors, but one of the things that is beautiful for you to know is the inside on this. And we'll get you a shot of that, but it has a nice beveled interior finish, which kind of just guides your eye right towards the glass. Because really what we want here is glass, right? We want a nice, beautiful view. And what I like about a sliding door, and I'm not saying I don't like French doors, but what I like about a sliding door compared to a French door is that I don't lose as much glass. I have more glass this way, I have more glass this way. And if you've got something that you want to look out at, this is really the way to do it. It's really pretty cool. One more thing I should mention about this door is it has an optional screen. You don't have to buy the screen, but if you want a screen, it comes with a screen. And it's not that flimsy, junky screen that you see on so many sliding doors. This is truly an extruded, heavy-duty screen that's built by Anlin in-house at their plant. And I've seen it. It's got a nice roller system on the bottom that makes it adjustable. It's very thick walled, it's very heavy. And what I like about it too is it's automatically upgraded. You don't have to spend any extra money for it, to what's called Better View Screen. A Better View Screen is more transparent. It works just as well as a typical screen, keeps the bugs out, etc. But it's more transparent, and since half of your door is going to be tied up with a screen, obviously the less obtrusive that screen is, the better. It's really a great screen, and I think it's worth having. I do want to mention that they can go up to 120 inches wide with just a 2-panel door. A lot of companies can't do that. A lot of them stop at 96 inches. They can go to 120. So that means you can get panels up to 5 feet wide. If you have a 10-foot opening, we can do it out of 2 panels instead of 3. So that's nice. You get more glass, right, and a little less interruption. Also, they can go 99 inches high. And Jeff, why is that important? Well, most people stop at 96 inches. But if you pull out a traditional door from an older house, the panel itself was 96 inches, and then you had frame above it, which makes it usually about 97 to 98 inches. So with a lot of doors, you have to spend extra money to get a custom door that actually goes taller, if they'll even do it in the first place. Anlin's really thought about everything. Why? Well, primarily because over 95% of their business is actually to existing homes, what we call retrofit or replacement dealers. Whereas most companies, it's just the opposite. They deal mainly with new construction. So their focus isn't on these things that you would normally experience if you were replacing your products. Great product for new construction, don't get me wrong, but they've thought about their mindset and their formulas, and the way they do business is geared towards replacement. And I think that's really cool. They can go all the way to 16 feet wide, so you can get a 4-panel door like this. And they can go all the way down to just about 7 feet, but really, generally speaking, most doors like this size are going to be 8 feet or so wide, or maybe wider. Okay, this is pretty good stuff, right? Hey, by the way, if you live in the Houston area, I'd love to meet you. I'd love for you to come in and demo the door. In fact, if you don't mind, bring your dog with you. Let's try it out. Let's see what it works like with a real dog. If you don't live in this area, you're somewhere else, would you please check out jeffslist.com. Jeffslist.com is a website I created where you can find a great window company near you. Hey, thanks for watching. Hope you're having a great day. Look forward to talking to you again real soon. Come on, baby. Come on. Come here, boy. Come here. Good boy.